Hello everybody, welcome back. A new war order, Aeternum, has arrived on the PlayStation 5 and the conversion from the Windows to console wasn't jarring. I thought there were no big control slows and transitions somewhere along the way, but they weren't. I thought there will be steep drop of the graphics from the PC version, but there wasn't. This game actually might have improved a little from PC to the console, more about controls than anything else. I mean, it's been a while since I've had this sentiment, but I might prefer the console version of this game more than the PC version, go figure out. It have not developed into new world a term from the amazing games Orange County. Then it is probably a good time to take a long hard look at its third-person MMORPG that brings wonderful exploration of a very large and land table, as well as some of the fun action and customizations. I know this game has been baking since September 28th, but it still feels like they pulled it perfectly timed from the Amazon Games oven. So sit back, pay attention to my video, get you a cup of tea or coffee or wherever, and let's get into the quick intro, developing story. This starts from the fiery ship filled full of unsavory demon-like creatures that you must get throughout before crashing into some rocks. Once your character is throughout, say, demon-like creatures, you knocked out from the ship, crashing and blowing up and washing up the shores of Aeternum. What your character finds when they awaken is that the island has restored your life, something it will continually do as long as you are resident of it. And you are going to be resident for a while because there is no way off the island, at least no foreseeable way to the island. As boring as might seem, as you find yourself in mid-battle. Once the power is obtained, you are immediately targeted by mean spirit that vows to destroy you and to take back the power that they wanted to believe is rooted theirs. For the point of the story, your goal is to stop that spirit and the time down evil beings on your quest to breed Aeternum of very entity, not a bad way to start the game. The story of the new world Aeternum has been told many times. A random stranger wakes in the odd land and quickly finds have become the threat number of the antagonist. They are asked, if not prosperized, to take them down, the body and everything associated with them. Of course, in movies, this is typically accomplished. In games, it takes some player effort and a simple story structure, but always a welcome one when it comes to the game like this. Having played this game since its release, on and off, mind you, I can confidently say that their story has grown on me. I think there is enough to make the journey around the Aeternum and all of the island's residents were taking and everything was shaking. It's a good story that is light motivating enough to stick with you, and you don't need more than light motivation to get hooked on the story. Well, the gameplay helps. Speaking of which, let's talk the gameplay. It's always nice to have the base level of the game encourage you keep doing throughout upgrading and leveling. A player gaming sense to want more and do better is something installed in all of us gamers, and the game plays of that sentiment well, and it happens in every fight and aspect of the game. Winning down mind bosses, you are rewarded with new loot and lots of experience, and seeing the fruit of your labor helps justify continuing the experience. Is what drove me to play about 20 hours of this version of the game during my review period with it, and it reminded me how much fun of a MMORPG can be when simmed with hack and slash mechanics. Why would you need more? Those PC folks. I remember now. Well, let's talk a little bit about the grinding and the questing. Related to the weapon skills tree, by simplifying finding that weapon, the game intrigued me enough to go off the beaten path and explore the hell out of all Aeternum. I want to find more random loot in caves and random bosses for battle. I was just curious to see how far I could press things before getting back to the grind. This, what I found, was the best island in the league. It is huge. There is a quite bit explored, 3 terrible beginnings, and more than thing kicked my ass. However, the fact that I couldn't exist were goals for me during the rest of my journey keep me engaged and interested in this game. It's like accomplishing a goal and then starting a new one. That type of gameplay was a constant. When I wasn't randomly traveling around trying to test my mind, the game was driven by side quests and the main quest. The main quest in the game is just finding a way to ignite shrines around the island. discovering the island mystery and build the main character up to take down the main antagonist. There were details in between, but it's a pretty straightforward journey. Nothing new here. The side quests were a different story. The side quests in the new world, Aeternum, were a hook of smaller, yet more entertaining accomplishment, mainly due to variety. For example, there was an early side quest that had me rescue farmers from an overrun farm. It was simple: go in, take out enemies, and give the stranded farmers the green light, no escape. The quest was quick, yet rewarding, as I collected loot and equipment for the rescue mission. And, yeah, let's wrap the things up a little bit, right? There is also, there is also 3 vs 3 arenas, the expeditions, the fishing, and everything you can do. I didn't set anything about the customization and crafting, so I felt like finally accepted customization and crafting in the games. For me, like New World of Aeternum, customization is easy to fall into, as will be said in the ways you are looting, acquire, or have your character looks. Trust me, this is a good one. Changing the style was not an option, so I came across some powerful armor, but the fact I could customize my gut to my life, keeping it entirely. It's not giving a reason to play New World Aeternum, but it is an add-on that makes the journey more unique to player style. So wrapping the things up, while the power of the PC environment can be trumped by the console, and there's where consoles are born, so it should be the Apex technology leader in gaming. The console version of the New World Aeternum looks very well. The controller layout is easy to use and graphics are premium. Throughout, some enemies are very blah when it comes to detailed character modeling, and everything you would expect from PC version is here. Having the ability to easily communicate due to PSN and easily grouping with the friends will be a treat on a console. The game works solidly on the PlayStation, and it's the game I revisit multiple times before I'm done with it or before a new expansion is released. Thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Bye bye. Have a good one. La la la.